get to another review, a film that's been out on VOD for a little while now. We've just caught it, and this is Sleeping with Other People.
So
a film, not a request.
Well, that's generally good idea.
Yes.
So Sleeping with Other People is directed by Leslye Headland. I'm a really big fan of Alison Brie. She has been pigeonholed in some really, really terrible movies, getting awful roles that are beneath her.
Get Hard, Search Party.
Yeah, she's much above them, but it's good to see that finally, she's in a comedy with good material.
Because she's a main character. She's not like some awful TV lead.
Yeah, she is an incredible actress, I think, and I do want to watch Mad Men at some point, purely for her and John Hamm. Because I don't know if she's in it much, but I will get to watch it one day. So basically, we begin in 2002, and Alison Brie's character Leonie has been left out of the dorm. She has been trying to lose her virginity to Adam Scott's character, who is the most boring, blandest man ever. She gets knocked out and knocked out of the dorm room. I should have said
locked out.
Locked out. Not knocked.
Locked out.
Harry Kyle.
Locked
out of the dorm room. So Jason Sudeikis' character notices this and basically says, "Why don't you come in? She is a guest of mine, and she basically gets a place to stay for the night, so she doesn't go out in the cold." They get on well and have sex. However, it was basically a one-night stand. They don't see each other again until 12 years later. They meet at a sex addicts meeting, and basically they sort of hit it off again, but they realise that they're probably better off just working as friends and sort of opening up to each other with their sexual problems and their relationship problems and just general life, basically shooting the crap. And
good dodge.
Good dodge. But just shooting the crap and generally just realising that they can't do that because they have such good chemistry that they are inevitably going to become a couple and start sleeping with other people.
There you go. That's
yeah. There you go. But the film was always going to live or die on it, as any good. Well, it's not even it is a romantic comedy, but it's different because it's always going to live or die on the strength of its leads, and I think it works essentially because they are great together. Alison Brie and Jason Sudeikis, they work so well because they clearly have that same sort of jaded yet sort of wide-eyed look about them, where they're like, they know what's going on, and the script is smart, it's tight, it realises exactly what's going on, it manages to avoid all of the cliches that you expect for the most part. It's got some decent sort of commentary on the rom-com genre, and it's not afraid to speak its mind about it, and you can see a lot of the scriptwriters' sort of own idioms coming through, and you really do get some really funny insight into that, and sort of avoiding the general stuff that you would expect from this, and that is a lot down to not just the script, but because of how well it is delivered by Sudeikis and Alison Brie, because they do work extremely well. Adam Scott as the straight guy again is really, really good. I mean, has Adam Scott not played the straight guy ever?
Step Brothers. He's a sort of boisterous brother, isn't he?
Don't remember that.
Well, he is. But
yeah, Krampus.
Yeah, the Step Brothers. Yeah.
I know he's
straight guy.
Straight guy. Yeah. I do want to see him sort of lose his mind for one thing.
I mean, The Overnight was obviously interesting to see him kind of loosen up a little bit. But anyway, Jason Sudeikis, I read this is citing Sam I'm talking about here, but their review of this film, I think it was mostly positive, but they just were not convinced by Sudeikis as a leading man, as a sort of dramatic performer. I think he was okay. I think the back and forth works really well because it is quite a cynical tone, quite snarky, very self-aware. So I was fine with that, but certainly some people aren't convinced because he's kind of not. I mean, what do you know Jason Sudeikis for mostly?
Just like being the dumb guy in the comedies,
or
like the frat boy in the comedies essentially.
So this is kind of an out of sorts leading role for him. I think he is okay.
It's a bit more mature, a little more mature. I really do think he shines. I mean, the whole film looks great. It's got a great soundtrack, and I really do think that they have excellent chemistry together, and that's why it works for me. It really does shine. And I think, it's not a terrific film, but it's a generally good watch, and it is leagues above the vast majority of dull as dishwater, predictable romantic comedies. And while it does fall back on some genre cliches, it's inevitable that would happen because you need to have a satisfying story ending. And even then, it still manages to have some interesting comedy on that in and of itself. Yeah. So that's why I think it's a success.
Recommend?
Yeah, I would recommend it.
It's alright.
It's not going to be in any top of the year lists, but I've really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. We're going to get some recaps now. Should we start with The Revenant?
Yes, we should.
Because it seems like everybody and their dog has gone to see it this week.